Hi, I'm Katie Farner, Director for the Sunshine State Superstars. You're watching my Week in My Shoes series, and in this series I take you through a week's worth of my activities to share with you the things I'm doing to work my Scentsy family business. So this is I forget what week number this is, but this week began on Sunday, July 19th. And this week was a truly special week because this was the week of Scentsy Family Reunion in Las Vegas. So this was a really fun week, honestly the best week of my entire year. So I can't wait to share the things that happened during my Week in My Shoes this week. So on Sunday, July 19th, it was the day before I left for reunion. So I had some things that I wanted to do, just some catch up on. I'd already packed for the most part, so it was just a little bit of packing. And I did some Facebook posts for the team. So I did an annual awards check-in. I try to do that every couple of months to remind some of the newer consultants about what our annual awards are, meaning annual sales and annual mentor. And I will tag people who are on pace to earn either annual mentor or annual sales. So we actually have three people on pace to earn annual mentor, and we have 2 people on pace to earn annual sales. So I did that. I also did the top PRV shout outs, and we had another person earn the incentive trip. So now we've had 4 of our team members earn the incentive trip for the summer. So little things like that on Sunday. And then on Monday, July 20th was the day I left for reunion. So I arrived in Las Vegas at about 1 o'clock, and we had our leadership dinner. This was the first time they've ever done a leadership dinner for a reunion, and I loved it. I'm so glad they did it. I hope it's something they continue doing. It was really nice. It was for anyone who earned the incentive trip and also for people director or above. And we had a full 3-course dinner. Very, very nice. We started with salads, and then we had, it was like, I didn't really eat it because I was like running around like social butterfly talking to everybody. But I think it was like beef and chicken, and then there was like mashed potato puree. It was really nice. And then we had desserts as well. So it was really, really fabulous. And then we obviously heard from Heidi and Orville. They did some fun, silly little Facebook awards. And we also had an entertainer. We had this guy, Simon something. He is a iPad magician. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Apparently he was on Ellen. So we had that personal and private event and that entertainer. So it was very, very nice. A great way to kind of kick off reunion. And we also had our Shining Stars for 2014 each share a presentation with us, kind of giving us an overview of what to expect this week. So it was really wonderful. And then Tuesday, July 21st, this was like the first official day of reunion. It's the day that most consultants were arriving, and Tuesday evening was when we kicked things off with the One Republic concert, which was epic. It was great. But before the concert, we actually heard Heidi's keynote speech, and her keynote speech was breathtaking. It really was. It was, as always, something that makes you have some introspection and think about the impact you're having on the world, and just how are you living out the life that you were created to live. It was really moving. I would definitely encourage you to go to that. I'm sure on Scentsy's YouTube channel her keynote will be uploaded. But as a gift, we all received this special bar. It's called Heidi's Favorite Scent number 16, and it has a butterfly on it, inspired by her keynote. And this fragrance is creamy coconut, sheer freesia, and silver driftwood. It's a beautiful fragrance, and I want to warm it because it smells so great in the bar, but I don't want to warm it because it's so special. I just don't know what to do. I'm torn. But it smells great, and we all got it for being there that evening. So, great night. And then Tuesday, July 22nd, this was a very special day. I had received an email a few days before reunion that myself and some other consultants were selected at random consultants who had earned the incentive trip for the cruise were selected at random to come on stage and reveal some holiday products. So I went backstage to wait where I was told to wait to reveal these holiday products, and it was Scentsi's sneaky way of not letting us in on the secret that we were Shining Star finalists. Shining Star is one of the highest, well, it's the highest honor that you can have in Scentsy, and it's an award that you are nominated for by your peers, and then home office goes through the letters and narrows down the letters to 5 finalists. And those 5 finalists, well, sometimes it's more than 5, but typically it's 5. So these finalists are announced on stage, and there is letters that are read, letters that nominated these people read publicly on the stage, and they're just honored for representing the core values of Scentsy, represented for being a just exemplifying the core values of Scentsy is really the best way that I can say it. And I remember when I attended my first reunion, I saw the people up there for Shining Star, and you think, oh, I wonder if that could ever be me, and you think, no, and then it happened. It was one of the most special moments of my life, and what made it even better was that I was able to share it with one of my closest friends, April Nyman, and I could not believe it. The whole first day, all of Tuesday, because it happened in the morning, the whole day Tuesday, I was just in shock. I was kind of in a haze. I couldn't really put together a sentence. I still kind of struggle to even put together a sentence talking about it. But I was in shock and disbelief, and it's like, really? Did you say the wrong name? I don't think you meant to say Katie Farner. But it was just an incredible, incredible honor, and I can't even believe that I was a finalist. So that was what happened Wednesday morning, and then throughout the rest of the day Wednesday we had general sessions the majority of the day, and we got to see the new diffusers. They announced the fabulous new diffusers and oils. We got to see a lot of new warmers. We got to see just a ton of really great stuff. And then the end of the day on Wednesday, we shuffled through these large-scale classes. Like, we went to one that was a product demonstration, so we got to see, touch, smell all of the new products. And we went to the Scentsy Family Store and got to shop in the Scentsy Family Store. And let's see, what else? What was the other one? Oh, we went to a really great fragrance class where I thought it was interesting. They shared a lot of the same things with us that we learned at boot camp in our fragrance class here in this fragrance class, which I thought was great. Information like that really needs to filter through, and so I was really happy that we all got to hear that. Something I forgot to mention too, on Tuesday, we got to see the new Scentsy logo, which is, there's actually 4 logos. You can see it clearly on this bar. That's the new logo, as opposed to like this one that we've had for so long. So that's the new logo. And then there are also 4 other logos, which I'll share here now. 4 other logos that we can use as consultants. So that's great. So when I went to the Scentsy Family Store, I picked up our commemorative item. So every catalog season, there is a commemorative item. Oftentimes it's a warmer or a buddy. And this year it was a buddy. So cool, because it's the MGM lion. You can see he's got his mane and everything, dressed up as Elvis. Super cute. So this is the commemorative buddy that you only could have gotten for attending reunion, and he was $40 for this buddy. And I will add him to my collection of all my commemorative warmers. I have my cowboy boot from my first reunion in Fort Worth. I have my lighted up one for my first reunion, or my second reunion in Las Vegas, and then the big, cool, like indie trophy looking thing for Drive in Indianapolis, and then the really cool, one of my favorites, the like Letterman jacket from last year from St. Louis for What was the name of that reunion? I can't remember the name of it right now. And then this one. For Liv. Scentsy reunion. I get so emotional talking about reunion. It's one of my favorite parts of the whole year. I enjoy it even more so than the incentive trips because it means so much to me to see, you see there so much how Heidi Norville and the rest of the home office staff appreciate us and they honor us and our accomplishments, and it's a wonderful thing. And of course there's many more consultants, you know, maybe like 1,500 on a trip versus 7,000 to 10,000 at reunion. So so that was Wednesday, and then Wednesday evening we had our glow run, which I am ashamed to admit I didn't do the glow run, the 5K. To be honest, I was so tired. Oh my gosh. I was like emotionally drained from the whole Shining Star thing and just not sleeping very well, so it was crazy. So I want to show you the things I got in the Scentsy Family Store really quick because I went back to the Scentsy Family Store briefly instead of going on the 5K. So this is the new blanket. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very well, but this is the new blanket. Okay, I'll turn it this way. It's huge. It's huge, and it's purple, and it's so pretty, and it has the new Scentsy logo on it. I love it. I was so sad that I missed out on getting it before when it was in the store, but now I got the one with the new logo, so it's all good, right? So I got that, and really cool new buttons in the Scentsy Family Store, Help Wanted. I love those, so I got those. I also purchased this little handy thing. You can see it has the pattern on the back for all of our essential oils and our diffusers, and it is a cute little, I don't know how to describe this, like a little, it's like on a key ring, and it's got like these cardstock pieces that have all of the different oils on them, and they're in their categories: essential oils, essential oil blends, and 100% natural oils. So they're all listed here for a quick reference. So I bought that. Love that. Definitely would pick that up in the Scentsy Family Store. I also bought the new Join brochures because I knew they were going to have the new starter kits on the back. So you can see a photo of the new starter kits starting September 1st when this catalog launches. And I'm so thrilled to see that the Join brochure has the compensation plan back in it. This is great, great, great stuff. We need the comp plan in our Join brochure. So I was ecstatic to see that. I also bought one pack of showcase brochures. The showcase brochures are very nice. You will notice that the warmers are dramatically larger than in the past. The showcase brochure is very, very, very nice. And it's got all of the essential oils in the back as well. Very nice showcase brochure. Love it. I bought a couple of new bank bags, which I really like. They got the new logo on them. And I love the long handle. That's much longer than any in the past. I bought one pack of catalogs, which is so cool that we've got two fronts to our catalog. And I love that we've got a story from Orville and a message from Heidi in the catalog, so I love that. Nice little touch there. And then I also bought these for a little flyer for essential oils and the diffusers. Now, when you purchase these lay flat, but I thought the way they look, they just are perfect to tri-fold. So I'm not sure if they're designed to do that, but I mean, it looks like they are, so I did it. It's nice. You can stick it in the catalog to draw attention to it. You can also carry these around with your samples, whatever you want to do. And then these were included. These were not something I purchased. These were included. These are something we just got for being at Reunion. I am obsessed with these things. I have referenced them so many times. They're just little quick reference guides for the new products. So we've got this one on the diffusers and the oils, and then we've got this one on the Be Spotless on the cleaning products, the counter clean, the hand soap, the kitchen soap, and then it's got a quick guide on the bottom with the fragrances. Be fresh for the laundry. Be playful for the kids stuff, which is so adorable. I am really excited. These kids scents are amazing. Candy Dandy. I feel like it smells like pink Pez. Obsessed with it. This shows you new warmers for Be Stylish. Reimagine Scentsy. Talks about all the different categories that we have now. Scentsy Kids, Scentsy Skin, Scentsy Groom. Be Desirable. Talks about Scentsy Groom. Be Luxurious. Talks about Scentsy Skin, or the women's line. And woo lord, number 9 and number 34, those are my favorites. They all smell good though. Not lying. Not lying. They all smell good. Honestly, I liked all of the women's scents. There was not one I wouldn't wear, personally. But 9 and 34 were my favorites. And then Be Delighted. It talks about the oils on the back. And it talks about all of our other fragrant products on the front. So I loved those little things they gave out. And last but not least, I wanted to show you one other thing I bought from the Scentsy family store. I have a shirt too that I didn't grab. It's in the wash. There was a really cute new V-neck white shirt that has the logo on the front and then the larger logo on the back, and it was only $10. So it was a great deal. The new Sun Shield that represents the feel of the new catalog. I haven't opened this yet, so I haven't even known. New Sun Shield. What's really great about this Sun Shield as well is that it now comes in 2 sizes. We have an SUV size and we have a car size. So just FYI, if you already had the old one and you want a new one and the car size fit your car, this one is the same size because I have the original size and it fits mine perfectly, and this one does as well. So there's Wednesday for you. Then Thursday, July 23rd, that was when we had our breakout sessions. So the morning began with general sessions. We had a couple of inspirational guests, hired presenters, and we also had a couple of consultants share their stories. Jessica Markowitz shared her story, which was so inspiring. Oh, it was so good. Jessica, if you're watching this or her downline is watching this, she did a great job. And then in the afternoon we had our breakout sessions, and there were 19 to choose from, and you only had time to go to 4, so that was really difficult for people to choose, I'm sure. And I did one breakout. I did a breakout on fundraising. I talked about kind of modern ways to do fundraisers, and I did that breakout 2 different times, 2 45-minute sessions, and I recorded it, so it is here on my YouTube channel if you would like to watch that. And then Thursday night was our awards night and closing ceremony and everything. It just flew by. That's the thing about reunion, is you get there and then it's over so fast. So you truly have to embrace every second and enjoy every second. So on awards night, they always honor award recipients, incentive trip earners, Shining Star finalists, and then they pick the Shining Star winner. We also always hear where our next reunion will be and where the next incentive trip will be. So this year for awards night, it was even more special than the 5 years past that I have been with Scentsy. They had the whole floor cleared and they had tables. And in the front row were tables with name tags for the Shining Star finalists. So I was able to sit in the front row, which was really great. And then the whole floor was reserved for annual sales and annual mentor award earners. So we got to go backstage, and then we were called out one at a time. They've never done that before. We were literally called out one at a time, one on each side of the stage. And so it was even more recognition than years past. And then we, of course, go all on stage in a group and get a photo with Heidi and Orville. Annual sales, there were around, I think, 200 some odd people who earned annual sales, which means you've sold 30,000 in PRV in Scenty's calendar year. And then annual mentor, there were only, I think, 32, no more than 38, 32 or 38 of us who earned annual mentor. And annual mentor means that you've personally sponsored 14 or more people who have achieved the title of certified during Scenty's calendar year. So we had those. We got to receive our, go on stage, get our photo taken, all that stuff, and we will receive trophies in the mail and certificates in the mail. My certificates, oh, you can't see them right now, but you receive a trophy and a certificate as well for annual sales and annual mentor. So those are received like no more than a month after convention is over. And then they named the Shining Star winner, which was Christina Osborne. She is the Shining Star for 2015. Very happy for her. She is a friend of mine, and she and Sean exemplify the Scentsy core values every day. They're inspiring leaders. They've built an incredible team of other inspiring leaders. They're amazing people, and they absolutely deserve that honor. So I was so happy for them that they are our shining stars. They truly, truly deserve it. And I just want to say again how much it means to me. If you're watching this and you nominated me for Shining Star, please know how much that means to me. It was an incredible, incredible honor, and I felt not deserving of it. That's for sure. I don't think anybody ever feels deserving of it. Everybody that I've talked to has been nominated, once or twice, or there's people that have been nominated 3 times. But anybody I've talked to has been nominated in the past always feels the same way. You just don't even feel deserving. You look at other people who have won, who have won the Shining Star honor in the past, like Jacqueline Roy, Allison Dalkey. You look at those people, Megan and Ryan Clements, and you think, oh no, I'm not even in that ballpark. I'm not even anywhere near that. So to have my name be a Shining Star finalist along with all of those types of people, it's really, really touching and feels undeserved. And I hope that if you attended Reunion, that you felt the love and you felt the care and you were able to feel how much we truly mean to the home office staff and how much they care and how excited they are to share these new products with us, and they just want to help us succeed. They want to help us have great businesses. They want to help us have freedom. They want to help us be able to spend time with our families and have a blessed life. And it's just an amazing thing to connect with and be a part of. We truly are part of a family. And I hope that if you're watching this video and you didn't go to Reunion, that you will start planning now to go to Reunion in 2016. Reunion 2016 is going to be in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm so excited. It's going to be on the East Coast. It's never been on the East Coast. Well, pretty much the East Coast. So excited. It's going to be in Nashville, Tennessee. So it's going to be a great, great time. A little bit of a country theme, I'm sure, which we haven't had in 6 years. So that'll be awesome. And then our incentive trip was announced as well. Our incentive trip is going to be a family trip. You can earn a trip for your family, all expenses paid, to Walt Disney World here in Orlando, Florida. They haven't done a family trip since they did Disney 6 years ago. So this is a huge opportunity for you to be able to earn an incentive trip for your entire family. How cool is this going to be? So the incentive trip period will begin August 1st and it'll run all the way through the end of January of 2016. So we have 6 months to earn points for that trip. The point structure is not released yet. The point structure won't be released until August 1st, I'm sure. So stay tuned to your workstation and work really hard these last couple weeks on the summer incentive, because we've still got about 2 weeks left to earn points for that incentive trip, which we'll take in January for our leadership retreat. Let's see, Friday, July 24th. This is the day I returned home from Reunion. I was an emotional wreck. Oh my gosh, I was crying at the airport. I'm crying on my plane. People probably thought I was going to someone's funeral. No, I was just an emotional wreck because I had such a great week. I've said it enough. I've said it enough. You know what an honor it was for me to receive that nomination. But anyway, so the last day of the week in my shoes, Saturday, July 25th, woo, I had a lot to do, I created a game that I'm so excited about for the Disney incentive trip, so check out my YouTube video on that. I unpacked, I did laundry, not that you want to hear that. Let's see. I had to get a French lavender bar from one of my local team members for a customer of mine who ordered a 6-pack. I had 5 of her 6 in inventory, so I had to swap the French lavender bar. I had, let's see, we're doing that thing I've told you about, the Christmas in July incentive for my team. So I did a Christmas in July post. I ordered all the new business supplies that we're going to need for the new catalog season. And at 4 o'clock, I had a call with someone who's hosting a basket party for me this week. And she is now a potential recruit. She was liking my posts a lot while I was gone. And then she said something about wanting to join, but she was worried she didn't have time. And then we ended up talking more about it. And so she is definitely going to join. She's got 2 potential recruits already, and she is psyched. So I talked with her, and she did tell me that my photos from reunion and seeing how much fun I was having made it more intriguing to her to want to join. So it just proves the point that what you post on social media is so important. Going to Scentsy events is so important because your potential recruits see these things and they want to be a part of that. So that is everything that I did yesterday, or everything that I made notes for yesterday, Saturday, July 25th. So that wraps up my week in my shoes, one of the best weeks of my whole year at Scentsy Family Reunion in Las Vegas. And now we have to wait 6 months until we're reunited again at Leadership Retreat in January. But it's going to be a busy fall. It's going to be an incredible fall. We have been given amazing tools, fabulous new products to be able to share. Make sure that you register for the upcoming home office training call on the diffusers and oils. Education is very important. It's very, very important that you get knowledgeable on these new products so you can sell them effectively and you can have good open communication and really understand and make sure you're hitting home all of those key points and sharing what sets us apart. So thank you for watching my week in my shoes. I will see you guys soon where we will talk about the next week's worth of activities. I'll see you guys next time.